name is Juan Diego. I am the son of an Italian businessman who has a kinky fetish about women's feet. I'm being stupid. Hello. Good morning, wonderful people of Earth, other fellow listeners. Is this damn thing on? Apologize for my last videos. Difficult audio. I added the microphone. It sucks balls. Although I could hear it a little bit, there's nothing I can do to get volume out of it, with absolutely no explanation for why that is suddenly the situation. And that's the nature of the problem. You make a video, you fucking run your mouth, you pour out your soul for like 37 minutes. And you say, good God, man, 37 minutes? What in the fuck? Did you even get into the actual thing you wanted to talk about? No, you went all over the place. You took that fucking conversation like a fucking ATV and you tore up my yard. Who's gonna pay for all this mess? Someone says. Not me. I didn't do anything wrong. I just peeled out into your fucking yard. Your flower bushes? You need these? You need these? You need these flowers? And just fucking runs them over with a fucking big fucking heavily tired ATV vehicle. Dirt bikes whirring. The smell of diesel in the air. What I really wanted to talk about before, or at least get into, because on the off chance the person may listen, that I actually am not talking about them like people gossip about other people, because I don't get into people's names and say that. I just address things like I have a friend and ... Well, this is like my hard work, chosen person to build my love and help me with along the way, because I do have some difficulties. I do know what they are. Haven't had any physical contact with this person. I think around the time when I first met her, somebody had brought her over and just left her. And she stayed here for like 5 days. This girl's beautiful. She's a beautiful girl. Like, seriously. She's fucking sexy. But kind of mean. Sort of aloof in a different kind of way. That doesn't make me want to go along so easy. I'm resistant. Like, I've said this before, that I'm resistant to certain types, and a lot of times what I may physically want or be attracted to might affect me more later on, depending on situations like this. Well, there was some anger going on, and I think she was actually, I don't know what she was doing with the other guy. Lol. But I think she was kind of dating a friend of mine that I did know. And then he was kind of being a little bit hostile because she was over with me. Which I get, I understand that. You know, that but in my defense, I didn't seek her out or nothing even close to that. It's just, I knew him. Me and him were previously kind of friends. I mean, I was his friend. And he would periodically get paranoid about whatever the hell you get paranoid about on your own, and then come at me kind of like as if I was doing weird shit to him. And I'd have to rehatch the whole thing again and be like, dude, here's how it is. I'm not like secretly your enemy doing shit to fuck with you. It's not who I am. I'm not into that. Or really, I'm not. And I'm not into that. I'm not into pettily attacking someone without, addressing it, hacking into someone's shit. I've literally never done. There may have been one time when I thought I had a password of my ex-wife's that I might have tried to use it to see if she was talking to some guys, because I thought she was. But then there was history that made that, a thing for me to worry about. So there's that. But I think that's it. I don't even have a memory of that event happening with any sort of actual images of my memory. It didn't happen like that. Because number one, I believe that that's not appropriate. It's not appropriate. Going through somebody's phone, and going through their shit or messing with their stuff, it's not appropriate. It's not. If anybody can say one complaint about me, I might have gotten into their pills. I might have. I've done that more than one time because I've had some addiction issues, and I want to be honest. I'm being honest. I'm not making up shit. I'm not painting a picture of myself. I'm not trying to completely go the other direction from something that I need to be honest with. Because if I'm honest and if I'm transparent at some degree, it's in not only my best interest, it becomes in the best interest of the world I'm trying to enter and live in. That's the standard I'd want for myself. No, it's not always easy. There are other theories of communicating that suggest that people who lie actually care, that this woven illusion of bullshit is valued to people, and there's a little bit of reality that supports that may be there may be some truth to that, but that's not the way I'm gonna go at the world. I can't do it like that though. Does it lead to then? Partially that's why there is the problem I have of being alone and the loneliness. Don't get me wrong, I love my life and I'm happy, and I cherish that I don't have to tiptoe around some hostile person. If you've ever seen that happen, or you ever experienced it, you would know that is not a good way to be alive. Those people are way more stressed out, way more worried about shit that shouldn't even be a worry, and usually behind some narcissism that someone else isn't being made accountable for. And it's not an easy thing to do already, make a narcissist accountable for their shit. Yeah, that's like nuclear war right there. They'll attack you and do shit you never thought was gonna be possible. That's just true, because narcissistic people don't have emotions. Sure, they may act like they're sad or this or that and the other, and it's really not. It's really not what's happening there. They're taking the idea that you are threatening them and mostly just doing what they always do, which is they mimic emotions. They do a lot of things. They don't experience emotions the same way. And in a way, I'm kind of experiencing this. It was told to me I don't have emotions, and a lot of like program people. And let me be perfectly honest. When I say shit like that, and I do it a lot, this person, and I do believe it's a family thing, they have a sort of bred in role to be like maybe a member of church or something. I don't think it would normally even be Christianity. I think it would be some sort of witchcraft or something. But the level of attractiveness from the exterior is going to probably already have people, at least men, be a little bit different how they treat her. Men aren't normally completely hostile to sexy women if they think they're attractive. They got big boobs, they have a sexy face. You check her ass out, you're looking at it, you're spending a moment gazing at it. Now I'm only illustrating this because this is like this you'll see men doing this all the time if you just look. They'll just be looking and just have a smirk on their face and not saying shit. They're just like thinking to themselves. Because men, we're animals. We're driven to be overly enthusiastic about everything about women. Serious. Yeah, I know. Like you didn't know? You didn't know that? If you knew, if a woman knew and experienced the chemical drivings, the natural fucking testosterone and shit has on the mind, they probably would have a different outlook on men altogether. But then again, maybe I'm wrong. I have no idea what their chemicals in their systems fucking lead them to believe or think. I have the same appearance of that, whatever, as a man I can think that means and try to interpret it. Well, whenever I was talking to her or texting actually, and it went on long into the night, which that began to make me wonder, what's she doing up all night? Why is she not just go to sleep and be done with this guy? Like, I don't want to. It's too late. I'm not answering these messages. There was a little bit of back and forth, but she began to think that I was hacking her phone. She said, she started saying like, well, my phone's locator says Houston. Hell, mine says Houston. I get triggered when I see that the browser's saying Houston and not the area I'm in. And I start thinking someone's using it someone's jumping on my shit and then they're doing it from there. The only different thing that I did, then try to honestly communicate and maybe get a little bit out there. And it wasn't like, talking crazy smack. It was just, I can jump around a little more than someone can make sense of. And she's actually not dumb. And like, she'll play dumb and be way more aggressive over how you communicate than I'm normally even able to cater to. But I'm like, no, I'm not going to defend something I didn't do. and start, turning the conversation in a way like that. I was like, I'm not doing none of that stuff to you. That's not why I'm sending you a message or communicating to you. It had to do with just interacting with someone you could have an affinity to, whilst keeping the heart alive, with a little bit of intent to be like, look, I'm on your side. I'm your ally. I'm not your boyfriend or nothing like that. Whatever you do in your life, I can be supportive. I want to be able to be that supportive assistant on my own, by genuineness and caring. And I want to not burn it off in some petty argument fight and then lose the friend by something. When you think someone's doing something to you and you accuse them of it because you've got something going on, usually there is something happening that they're basing that shit on it. But in that area, more than likely it's got to be whoever is actually, if there is a boyfriend, that person, and not me. That's not going to do me any good. What would be the point? What would I do? Try to look at whatever she looks at, look at her history. What do people do in that instance that are not having someone's interest at all in mind, other than to pirate them? Or I wouldn't know what to do. I'm not looking for your bank code and to steal your ATM card, none of that shit. But and then my conclusion to this was, I simply was like, hey, because this person has come and spent some time before, I was like, I would really like it, if you find you're able, if you're not in some relationship, maybe come and stay a day, maybe a day or two. You could bring your child, play with him. And I meant that. Told him I'd put the little tent that I have in the middle of my room on the floor, because kids like that. It's fun. Probably get in that son of a bitch with him and see what he's interested in. And this is my friend's son, mind you. So it's not like I'm even trying to separate the woman from the parent relationship that they have. I have no desire to do nothing like that. And furthermore, I don't even want to get involved with a lady. Normally, it's more ideal that they don't have that going on. But if you're not shopping for people and the conditions of the people, like people are so prone to do nowadays, I'm not going that way. That person would already not qualify, And one of the things about this person was that when I first met them, they have an older child, and he was so rambunctious and wild to where he was just banging on the table, almost like in an altered state. What is the point of doing that? Not even looking like he's home while he's doing it. Like having the blank look on his face, like he has no idea what's going on, and he's doing it for attention. He's fighting for fucking attention. His mom will just post up on the couch or somewhere, and she goes into a trance, starts playing on her phone or whatever. Trying to be genuine and deal with a child, be like, hey dude, let's not bang like this on my dad's table. Let's not just destroy my stuff because you know, then she like threw a fit, you know, I guess I'm gonna leave since you're gonna try to tell my son what he can do. And totally not what was really the point. Not at all. She didn't, I mean, my mom would whoop my fucking ass if I were to do something like that. I wasn't as starved for attention, mind you, but I mean, I know what's going on. My dad knows what's going on. We interacted with the kid. We have good memories of him. You know, the way he would say my dad's name and shit like that was just, you know, very silly and memorable. And to be genuine with someone and then have them not able to receive it because of narcissism or whatever the fuck is really going on. Because now remember, people that are damaged don't recognize that they don't really have emotional intelligence. And it'll start to be real apparent to someone who does have some. And you have to remember not to get into the wreck. That's basically the moral of the story, is be discerning that these people do have damage. They're not by any means completely detached, or it doesn't mean that they're like textbook narcissism. But narcissism can be like, if you have a narcissistic parent, you can be raised to go that path. But I don't think people who are emotionally strong are even like aware of what it means to deal with complex emotions about shit. They're usually not that dense regarding emotions. So that's just one of the clues you have to look for. And then if you're able to do something good, then try to bless them and help them, or get the hell away.